Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Figure Wednesday. Today I will be reviewing the Mattel WWE SummerSlam Heritage Series CM Punk figure. This figure came out a while ago, over the summer I believe actually, or pretty close to it. You could still get this figure on Amazon, I know is the last place I've seen it. It might still be on ringsidecollectibles.com, and you might still get lucky to find it at a Walmart or a Toys R Us or something, but I haven't seen these in a while. But this CM Punk is in the really highly sought after Bret Hart attire. Unfortunately it was a basic and not an elite. I'm not sure why they did that. But it was still a nice outfit, and this was, I think, one of his final basics before his newer head sculpt. So yeah, knowing all the controversy about him, I wasn't very eager to even do this review anymore after all the nonsense with him. But now that he's in the UFC, I guess I wish him all the best. I'll be really curious to see how he does. And yeah, that's a whole other discussion in itself. But let's take a look at the figure up close in the packaging. As you can see, there's the old WWE logo. There's CM Punk there. It says CM Punk. There's a little warning choking hazard because of his knee pads and elbow pad. There's CM Punk in a standard pose in the SummerSlam Heritage Series logo there. Looking at the back of the box, there's the WWE SummerSlam Heritage 25th Anniversary logo. There's a large image of Punk. It says CM Punk and it has a signature there. It says recreate the action of WWE. Also in the set is $1 Million Man, Undertaker, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Rey Mysterio. It says compete in these superstar rings, pictured as a Raw basic ring and SmackDown basic ring, as well as company information listed at the bottom. So that being said, let's take a look at him fresh out of the packaging. Alright guys, so here we have the Mattel WWE basic SummerSlam Heritage CM Punk figure fresh out of the packaging. Overall, I'd say it's an okay figure. The attire is really cool. That's about it though. I mean, it looks a lot like his other 500,000 basic figures he had. And after all his controversy lately, I'm not as much of a fan of his anymore. But the attire is really cool. It's too bad it's not in elite form. But regardless, if you want this figure, you can get him on Amazon.com for sure. He might still be available on Ringside Collectibles and ToysRUs.com as well. I'm not sure about those. And you might still be lucky to find them hanging around at a Walmart or Toys R Us or something, but I haven't seen it myself in a long time. So that being said, let's take a look at him up close. Here's one of his older head scans with his slicked back hair. You can see the detail in his facial hair. He has a little smirk on his face, and he has that lip piercing there too, which is pretty cool. It's a ball jointed head that goes up and down as well as left and right. Looking at his torso, you can see his tattoo work. There's no color because it is a basic, and you can see the tattoos on his arms. So he's very detailed, like all his figures usually are, which is nice. It's just lacking color, unfortunately. Looking at his arms, he has ball jointed arms that go up and down as well as outward. He has a swivel bicep joints and typical elbow joints. His right elbow is covered by this thin white elbow pad with padding and wrinkle details to make it look authentic. It doesn't restrict his movement too bad though. You can see he has his tall white wrist and hand tape with the red X's on both hands. He has a swivel wrist joint as well as a hand joint that goes up and down. Looking at his lower torso, he has a swivel waist joint, and he has his pink tights on with the Bret Hart designs and the Chicago flag designs there with the stars. It's very detailed, it's pretty cool. I like the color scheme. And then he has a typical basic leg joints that go up and down. And then he has a typical basic knee joints covered by these thin black rubber knee pads that have more detail with the wrinkles and whatnot to make them look authentic, and they don't restrict his movement too bad at all. Then he has a swivel boot joint here on his awesome kick pads, and you can see the cool detail of the Chicago stars on the Bret Hart design theme there. So it's very detailed. Looks really nice. It is too bad it isn't an elite, because it would have been a really cool figure of his. And then he has a typical ankle joints that go up and down. And yeah, that's a CM Punk figure. It's pretty basic, no pun intended, but the attire is cool. If you're still a fan of his, I recommend picking it up. And yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to like Wrestling Figure Wednesday on Facebook to suggest future reviews you'd like to see me do. And I will see you next week. Thanks. For all your wrestling figure needs, check out ringsidecollectibles.com.
Like wrestling? Tune into The Rack, Thursday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern on wildtalkradio.com.
That's crispy.